Hello people, right, I was literally just going to go out the door to walk the dog, and I thought I haven't looked at indices for a long time, should I say, well, probably about 2 hours. But it struck me, um, how simple and reliable this method really sort of is, and I'm not blowing my own trumpet. I'm just on about really support and resistance, three candle reversals with the RSI now thrown in, and I know a lot of traders love it. I get a lot of DMs. I don't share as a rule unless I've specifically asked the people on DM if I can share anything that goes on, because I'm not that sort of person. Discretion, integrity, my word is my bond, and all that sort of old-fashioned stuff I think is very important. So if I tell you I'm going to do something, I do it, and if you don't want me to talk about things, I don't. So always be always contact me if you need any information about trading, about patterns, nothing personal. If I can help in any way, I will do. But also please make sure you check the videos on YouTube, as you were here already watching this one, and if possible make sure the questions have been answered before you start. But just looking at this clean chart on DAX on the weekly, I started on the monthly, and you can clearly see we've broken old levels here and we're testing old levels. Not much more I want to say about that really without complicating things, but as you start to get down on the lower time frames, weekly now, three candle reversal, three candle reversals here. That was exciting as well. There's an engulfing break there and an attack on that level, and then break and close, and then a massive move up, and always have one eye on the RSI here. So this was sort of a no-brainer what direction this was going to go in. Probably got inside bars we could look at as well, although no, you haven't there. So you can tell I haven't pre-empted this video. It's just literally off the cuff ramblings. Now we've got three candle reversal indicator, which Aaron supplied, and is absolutely fantastic. Aaron, if you're watching, I absolutely love it. Thank you very much. And now look what we've got going on here. This big move, massive three candle reversal on the daily chart, and then price just exploded. And what can I say really? It's just, that's the point of this video, is just to describe how simple we can make our trading plans. And you can just open a chart, and this is rammed home. This is all sort of in my mind's eye, as it were, because I've been creeping back into a few trading rooms and realizing that nothing has changed. Absolutely nothing has changed. They're all still pushing this old the old cliches, trading, regurgitated BS. Apart from a few, obviously there's some great ones out there, but all they really all want is your money, trying to build their empires, and I don't blame them, but I don't see why forcing yourself as a trader. You can make money in the blink of an eye once you've got it down pat, as it were, but I certainly don't want to be sat in a room all day long twiddling my thumbs. So getting back to the chart, look, H4. So we're now getting into the intraday stuff, and we can see we've had an H4 three candle reversal. It's an internal one because the true three candle reversal is way up here, but these internal ones I always talked about. We can see this H4. You might I don't want to zoom in too much because I'm going to go to the next time frame, but you've actually got a 1 2 3 lower high, higher low rather, I do apologise. Vic Sperandio's old patterns. And if you'd seen my Twitter, someone had posted, and I'd retweeted a chart book from 1930-ish, 1932 or something, and they're just the same patterns we're looking at now. So what came first, the chart patterns, the algorithms, or the herd mentality that creates these patterns? So very interesting. So on H, we could have drawn a few trend lines on this, but H1, now it starts to become a lot clearer. This is just the Asian range, these green lines and the green box. Obviously the pivots speak for themselves. RSIs start to become more of a influence on what goes on now, or your trading decisions, should I say. The vertical lines, in case you're not familiar with what I do, are all just 6 a.m, 7 a.m, 8 a.m and 9 a.m GMT UK. And now once again you can see that 1, 2, 3 pattern, the higher low, failure for pressure to break this low. That's a great support level there now. And you've also got the Asian session, which gets respected days and days later. We've come down, we've checked that Asian high there, and so on and so forth. So once again, if you extended this Asian level over there, you would have seen price accumulate there. Now once again, what came first? The level, the fact that it's the Asian high or whatever, or a round number, or an old level of resistance there. This green candle high, if you can't quite see that, it's about there. It just goes on and on and on. So why complicate things? You've got the 3 candle reversal, and it's important to remind you that is a trend pattern. It is a trend reversal. So, and it's powerful because it's closed through an old level, the previous candle's high, the penultimate high, when you're looking at a reversal to the long side, is the level that forced the price down. Simple as that. So as we move down to the 30-minute now, we can start to really look at what's going on here. Bad time of day now, sideways time of day, really, depending on what news has been put out there. Oh, I just noticed I've got an MA sat on there. I've got rid of the MAs because it's just a distraction, really. If you're trading levels and scalping like I do, you don't really need to worry about MAs. It's important to have the daily, although I don't think it's on this template. Is that the daily open there? Oh yeah, it is on this type. It's important to have the daily open, as I've talked about in that specific video, because then you can see how far away you are from the open, and if you're overextended, then you can trade a reversal, a bounce. We've got a 1, 2, 3 higher low there, and price went up. They're just everywhere, these patterns. A 1, 2, 3 lower high there. The reason we're looking at the DAX really is just because I liked the patterns that came through all the different time frames, and that's what we're talking about. So back to trading rooms as well. They are bad. They're no good at all, unless you're prepared to pay for single one-to-one mentorship, which I know some of them do, especially I always forget his name, but the owner of the Wicks Don't Lie room, and I mean he's one of the few, as it were, that I would trust. But quite frankly, you don't need to pay anyone to mentor you. I did, and to be fair, all those years ago he taught me trend analysis. I think he'd learnt it from Elliott Wave and then devised his own method. I've since devised my own method from what he taught me, but it was money well spent. But now I'm teaching you the same thing, so why would you want to pay? Really, why would that be necessary? There are no shortcuts. There are absolutely no shortcuts to this, and I have to be honest, my mentor showed me this, and then probably 4 or 5 years later, I actually, after moving from one stupid indicator-led method to another, I realised what he was teaching me was correct. There were too many occurrences of what he'd told me would happening, and when you see that, and when you see 3 candle reversals and swing trends internal to those 3 candle reversals, and you see the power of the move as a result of a 3 candle reversal, there's one in there, and boom, price absolutely explodes. You can only see that so many times before you start to believe it. And rather than sitting in a room and waiting with thousands of other people, waiting for a 30-minute and an hourly and an H4 instance to happen, get yourself on the 1 minute, 5 minute, 15-minute time frames, and just take trades while they're all watching and waiting and getting anxious and perhaps taking trades in wrongly and due to anxiety and impatience and whatnot. You don't have to be impatient when you trade a 1 minute chart. All you have to do is make sure you're trading off of a support level like this in this instance here, and it ain't hard to find a support level. That level's valid because that level was broken, so that's why you can draw a ascending trend line, and that's why you can treat this as now as a valid support level. Alright, simple as that. That level is a valid resistance level, or let's look at this one that price has just been testing. That broke that, so we can draw a descending trend line there, because that's valid. We know that's valid. We know that's valid because it created a lower low. That one isn't valid because it didn't go lower, but it's as a consequence of these three, or it's been created as a consequence of that's created a higher high there. You can just see that over in the distance. It is not rocket science why price does what it does. I'll pull that over a bit so you can see what I'm looking at. There, low, high, higher, low, higher, high. That has broken that high there or there or there. That is a valid level of support. Lo and behold, price reacts to it way over here. So learn how to draw valid trend lines according to what I believe, and then valid levels of support and resistance, and just watch how price bounces off of it. Price could have come through this blue level here, and then it would have had to it doesn't have to test that level, but that's the level where buyers were last time price came down that area, and that's likely where if price had broken through here, it's going to find new buyers. So that's all we have to trade. RSI histo triggers and valid levels of support and resistance. They're everywhere. If that's created a new low, that high I'm talking about there, broken that low there, that is a valid level. This one is a valid level too, because it's gone on to break that low there. So when you're going up, stands to the reason you're going to get problems there and there, and you will get problems at these half round numbers and round numbers. That's why they're on my chart. I'm a scalper. I want to get out of a trade before getting any new aggravation, as it were, reasons to cause me anxiety. In and out. It's not because I'm a crap trader, it's because I want to make as much money as possible. Okay, thanks for watching, have a great day.